Hi guys, it's Velo here. Welcome to a new speed build. Today I am building a celebrity trailer with the new expansion pack, Get Famous. I've seen quite a few people do trailers before. Of course, it's not a new thing, but James has a trailer in his Rags to Riches series, and then I thought, like, obviously that's a very drab trailer because it's Rags to Riches. Then I imagined what would like an actually successful celebrity, a worldwide celebrity, have as their trailer in a movie set or something like that. Because, well, obviously I'm mostly seeing those in films that are like telling about those things. But anyway, the examples that I've seen, they're sometimes very fancy, and I really like the idea of living in a small space, so a trailer is a good example of that. So I decided to make this high-end but still tiny trailer, and I set it up so that there's the big green screen object in the background, so that's only like a background, like I said. But I realize now that I should have probably put it in later, not in the beginning, because I keep grabbing it a few times, but that's okay. I thought, like, when you usually see this kind of a trailer in a movie or a TV series, then the like background is just some kind of a movie set background. There's nothing much happening. It's more like this storage or industrial looking thing, and the trailers are just on some alley around the studio. So that's what I was going for, and yeah, it's a very small trailer. It ends up being only 3 squares wide because I wanted to use this get to work window, the glass one, the detective carrier one. I just thought that that gave a nice big window to the trailer, but it also gave privacy because there's the other side of it is glass. So yeah, I thought that would be something a celebrity would want to have, and I do my best to style this little box to look like an actual trailer. I think I did an okay job. Obviously, like, the options are limited with The Sims 4, but I made this roof a little bit round, and then I added like some things on the exterior to kind of act as lights or something like that, because like you would realistically have to drive this around, so it has some lights and stuff like that you would have in any kind of vehicle. And yeah, the interior is very small, but I think it should work. I didn't actually test it, but I can't imagine why it wouldn't work. I've done small builds before, and I've done all of these things before. I think it should work. The only thing that might not work is the couch I put in, but that's not as necessary as some of the other things. So basically, there's everything that you need to live in this trailer. There's not a stove, but I put in the fridge and a microwave in this little tiny kitchen area, and yeah, there is everything you absolutely need. So this could be like placed on your movie studio's lot, and the main characters, the main actors playing the main characters could reside here and be treated like royalty. And yeah, for the interior I go for mostly wood colors because I feel like that's usually what those, well, I don't know about nowadays, but that's the kind of image I get from word trailer. And like a fancy trailer would be this like mid dark brown wood often, and at least that's what I kind of imagine. And then also I'm trying to do some things to look like, trying to make some things look like they are built in the trailer, because obviously in a thing that is moving like a trailer, you want to have as much of the furniture built in so that it doesn't move. So I imagine the kitchen and even the table and even the sofa are kind of built in, so they're not really furniture, but there's something that came with the trailer, so it's completely like built in. And yeah, I think I really like this space. It's very tiny, but I think it ends up looking quite luxurious. I use obviously a lot of the new Get Famous stuff, but also vampires and vintage glamour, and those packs go together really well for a look like this, I think. And yeah, I thought it was kind of what I imagined, and I would definitely see this as being the trailer of someone real famous, the movie star or someone like that. And I also do these shelves on top of some windows and doors just to also give that built-in vibe. And here I put a sink in this little nook here. First I wasn't going to put a sink in anywhere, but I thought that that's one of the necessities, and that way I could also put a mirror up there. So I thought that was good. So the toilet is really tiny. There's only the toilet and the shower, but those are the new Get Famous ones, so they are very, very fancy. And yeah, like I said, I've done a toilet that size before, so it should work. And up here on this shelf, I put all of the trophies I could find. I realized that the Get Famous trophies aren't actually in this build by catalog. They might be in debug, but I didn't want to get them, and I'm not sure if they are even in debug. But anyway, those kind of act as any kind of awards they might have won in music or in acting, both in movies and TV, as well as maybe on stage. And here I put this new shoe cabinet, and yeah, I was wondering what to do about the color scheme in the bedroom area, and I end up going for this quite well blacks and browns, because I had to introduce some black because the shoe cabinet object didn't have any brown swatches. That was a bit unfortunate, but I think it ends up looking okay. And the black accents also give it a little bit more of that glamorous vibe, I think. So yeah, and the bed and the other things also came in these black and gold swatches. That is really good. Those items go together so well. I was so happy about it. And in the bedroom area, I used this carpet. I know that often trailers are carpeted all around, but I thought that this was such a high-end trailer that maybe there was a wood flooring in the main part of it. So yeah. Anyway, I hope this is even kind of realistic. I have not been in many trailers in years. I don't know if this is as good as it could be, but I think I did a pretty good job considering it's The Sims, so obviously I can't do everything. But yeah, I was also able to put in quite many details and little clutter items. Of course, nothing too much, but in the bedroom there, I put some fan letters, and I put these shelves up in all of the rooms just to give some kind of surface where I can put plants and other kind of decorative items on. So yeah, and here in this vase that comes with this corner table, I actually put the rose item from Basecamp. It fits in the vase perfectly. And then I am choosing a rug. I wasn't sure if I wanted one, but I end up putting one small one right before the door, because I thought you would want to have some kind of rug at the entrance, so that when you come in you won't mess up the floor or something like that. And then I use this little awning outside, and yeah, then I am just looking for some details to put on the outside. So I use some of these wall decors to kind of act as the brand of the car. What's that called? The little symbol they have at front and at back, at tells you what brand it is. Anyway, that, and then I use these little lights, like I said, to make it as realistic as possible. So you could turn these backlights to red, to be a red color, and yeah. Then for this lot, otherwise I do put like asphalt all over, so that it looks more like a parking lot instead of just some random space in the middle of nowhere. Well, in the pinnacles, I know it's a little bit weird, but I really wanted this to be in Del Sol Valley, and this lot is actually the same size as the biggest lot in Mirage Park, so I decided to build here. I just thought it was nicer, I guess. And then here I did the asphalt, and I also do some markings here, just to kind of, maybe these are like parking spots for the trailers, so you could have multiple of these in a row, like you would often have, like if you have a big movie production, you would have a trailer for all of the cast members and stuff like that. So that's what I thought, and I did put down this car, this sized up toy car, but I actually took it out for the screenshots because it was just too low resolution. It didn't look too good, but that's kind of how I imagine it would be brought there and stuff like that. Like obviously you would have to tow, is it the word tow, this trailer to places from place A to place B and stuff like that, but of course on the set it would be separated and stuff like that. But anyway, yeah, just putting in, I think I put in like a violin. I wanted some skill building item, and then I put in this heater or whatever that is that came with seasons, so that it's like very luxurious and stuff like that. Here are the screenshots, not many at all because it is such a tiny build, and for example the bathroom was impossible to screenshot, but you get the idea, and I think it's pretty nice. Anyway, I hope you liked this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. I post new Sims 4 videos almost every single day. I will see you all very soon. Bye bye!